Aloha, y'all. It is Friday, Freya's Day, named after Frigg or Freya, the Venus hero combo of the Nordic pantheon. The 11th of April, before I get into the astrology, which is good food for the soul, the more you know, as they say, I will show you the cards I've pulled as to what your whistle. So we've got the Two of Wands coming in hot. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Fairy Godmother. Beautiful artwork by Brian Froud. So let's talk about the astrology. Un momento. We've got the sun in Aries, 21 degrees. We've got the moon in Libra, 4 degrees. When those are exactly opposite, that's a full moon. So it's getting there. Full moon in Libra tomorrow. Mercury, 27 degrees Pisces. Venus, 24 degrees retrograde in Pisces. Those are conjunct by 3 degrees. Mars, 27 Cancer. That's trining both Mercury and Venus. Jupiter, 17 degrees Gemini. Saturn 25 Pisces, that is conjunct Mercury as well as Venus. Uranus 25 Taurus, Neptune 0 Aries, Pluto 3 Aquarius, North Node 27 Pisces, that's conjunct exactly Mercury and Venus and Saturn and Neptune. And we've got Black Moon Lilith at 1 degree Scorpio with Chiron at 22 degrees Aries, which is conjunct by less than 2 degrees, is about a degree and some odd, with the Sun, Chiron and Sun conjunction. So start there, Sun conjunct Chiron. That's like your wound, your personal wound of a self. The Sun in Aries, it's conjunct. So we're dealing with our wounds right now. That is being squared by Mars, as well as sextiled by Jupiter. Jupiter is squaring Venus. Uranus is sextiling Mars. Mars is trining Neptune North Node, Mercury, Saturn, and Venus. Mars is opposite Pluto. Mars is squaring Black Moon Lilith and sextiling the moon. The moon is opposite Neptune North Node, Mercury, Saturn. Pluto is trining the moon. So, a lot of energies going on. Let's see what the cards have to say. And it's very resonant, right? It's like, holy shit, with the moon in Libra opposite all that North Node in Aries, or North Node in Pisces with Neptune and Aries. I misspoke, sorry. With all that oppositional energy I mentioned a minute ago, we've got some decisions to make, but we don't know where to go. Should I stay or should I go? But you're going to have to make a choice soon, kids, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, the Two of Wands, though. If you're a wand, you're a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that we all have the wand of action and spirit in us. It is about gaining perspective. Jupiter and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius, Moon and Libra. Wait for the right moment. Moon and Libra. Drafting plans, looking out to the future. All right, the North Node in Pisces with Saturn and Mercury and Venus there. It's like we're trying to figure it out and draft our plans in the sea of change. On page 104, the Two of Wands, I dare to choose. The Two of Wands represents the desire for powerful discovery, a willingness to risk life and limb to gain an exceptional perspective, scaling new heights, commanding the best vantage point. You need to gain a greater perspective on a particular project, relationship, or life situation in order to inspire some form of possible resolution and subsequent next steps. It may also indicate a higher purpose or cause is calling you into action. Pluto and Aquarius, the revolution calls. How are you going to deal with the shifting tides? Uranus and Taurus. You need to find your bearings and plan your move towards it. Right? Moon and Libra. It's like, what do I see emotionally on the playing field, and how am I going to operate through those decision points, rather. In the card, a character, identity hidden, is precariously balanced on the pinnacle of an incredibly tall building which he has just scaled with phenomenal agility and athleticism. Think Prince of Persia. He clasps two wands that look set to roar off into the sky. From his towering perch, he can see across a vast distance. Below him, a settlement built in some great circle. The two great wands gather power and momentum, asserting a force which wants to be released into the space around them to find their destination. He faces a choice. Oh, look, red pill, blue pill. Like, right? He's got rockets in his hands that are going, going, gone, and he's got to grab one and hold on and go for it. There's no choice there, but the choice to choose. One has to wonder whether this fleet of, just skip something. He faces a choice. Will he allow them to lift him off the summit and propel him somewhere unknown, trusting their guidance? Right, North Node conjunct Neptune. Right, are we trusting the process, or will he hold on to them and wait until he has a proper fix on the direction he wants them to power him towards? Moon and Libra. Chiron conjunct Sun in Aries. All-seeing eyes, an alien presence has arrived, Pluto in Aquarius, Jupiter Gemini, and he has not yet realized that this higher intelligence is right behind him. One has to wonder whether this fleet of UFOs are an emissary carrying a great promise, or does it pose a threat? They symbolize the astonishing present potential and revelations displayed in front of us that are neglected because we are so otherwise preoccupied. Sun conjunct Chiron. The possibility of something truly amazing is yet unnoticed. He is obviously on a covert mission, not wishing to be recognized. We can assume he is acting for either self-interest or for a higher cause, where both possibilities involve some risk if he is recognized. And so we revisit that moment of choice to fly with the force of both wands, ideas that have their own intrinsic energy, or should he hold on and use their energy to plan and execute the next phase of his adventure? The moment of decision, two pathways, Moon in Libra, Sun in Aries conjunct Chiron, to direct with one's own will or be directed by the will of something greater. The Two of Wands suggests wherever you are in life, it would be advisable to gain a powerful perspective. Standing back before the reworks of inspiration, an incredible idea seizes you and sends you flying. Jupiter and Gemini, a lot of ideas right now. Review your position. Venus retrograde in Pisces, conjunct Saturn and Mercury. Review your position. Can you see the landscape ahead, the trajectory of this possibility, or does there need to be much more research before you embark on something new? There is something advantageous in taking the time to see and investigate the bigger picture, Moon in Libra, understanding how the topography of your life and your goals and dreams span out across time and space. The possibility is absolutely present for you to reach previously unimaginable heights with your ideas and sense of purpose. North Node, right? Conjunct Neptune. We can live our dreams, but we have to dare to choose. And, red pill or blue pill, which pill you're going to swallow? You're going to swallow a pill. Gaining perspective, waiting for the right moment, drafting plans, and looking out to the future. Right? And the clarifying card is the Eight of Pentacles. So if you're a Pentacle, it's a Earth, signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But this is about doing the work we're here to do. Like, let's not lose our heads. And Chiron and conjunct the Sun in Aries, it rules the head. Like, we could feel like we're losing our minds right now. On page 176, Eight of Pentacles, I'm doing the work I was born to do. This is about practicing your skills, encouraging others to be their best, deep satisfaction of your work, right? Like, we want to be the change in the world. That means we're going to have to pick a lane, and we can always change our minds, but guess what? It's like in the Matrix. It's like you've made a choice. Now you have to just see why, right? Your higher self understands, and you're just kind of playing the game of chess. You can't leave the chessboard. You're playing the game of chess. It's what you're here to do. So I will briefly, because I'm running out of time, these things are only allowed to be 10 minutes long. If you don't know, I do these things live every morning on Facebook, and they're usually longer and more replete, but this is kind of the drive-by mode here. We got the Fairy Godmother on page 125. The Fairy Godmother, gifts, talents, grace, and helpful lessons. And I am going to have to read the shorter version, or the synopsis version, because we are out of time. Siri, this is Siri the Godmother, offers last-minute rescues. Last minute. Oh my God. I'm on the top of a mountain. I've got to make a choice. Where's the help coming from? From on high. When she turns up in our readings, good things may well be happening that we don't think we deserve, or that we do deserve but haven't thought to ask for. Almost imperceptibly, she teaches us about giving and receiving unconditionally, Moon in Libra, Mars in Cancer, helping us to open our hearts in love and acceptance. She sometimes showers us with abundance, keeping an eye out for unexpected good fortune, especially when you thought you saw bad luck headed your way. Remember to say thank you by passing a kindness on to someone else. Practice a little fairy godmothering yourself and see how enjoyable it is. Part of the fun of it is to do it so that the recipient doesn't know where the gift came from. It's a mystery. It's a kindness, right? You don't have to just be so loud about it. But we got choices to make, right? This is like the guy in Power Rangers, Zordon or whatever. He's like, Power Rangers, get ready to rumble. Like, it's time to go. Where are we going, right? It's what we're here to do. We're here to play chess. We might go, oh my gosh, I sit on my square forever, or I'm going to have to lose a pawn to get that queen, or whatever. There's choices, but those choices lead to action in the world, grounded action. Eight of Pentacles, that's what you're here to do. And you're always guided and protected. So tap into that for the magic that you need, the grace that you need. It's always available. Ask and you shall receive. So holler for a reading. I can help you understand your map and understand what to do with astrology, cards, pendulums, etc. If you've enjoyed this, leave a tip or tag people, whatever's clever. Spread the good word. And check out my podcast. We've got 306 episodes, and if you don't know, now you know. Team Rabbit Hole Podcast. Enjoy your Freya's Day. I'll catch you on the flip side. Adios.